Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video, and today I'm going to try to answer a question that get asked quite a lot. What would that question be? Well, it's kind of a two-part question. The first part would be, Andrew, I'm new to comics. I'm really interested in them, but I don't know where to start, who to pick up, what is good. Could you tell me? Part two is, Andrew, I've been away from comics for quite some time, and I really want to get back into them. But I don't know what jumping on point I should take, what characters I should read, what stories are good and what are not. Could you give me some suggestions? These are important questions that get asked a ton, and they have a lot of relevance, especially right now, because DC is going to be relaunching its entire brand of comics come this September, providing a fantastic jumping on point for new and for old readers, because all the issues are going to start at number 1, which is an ideal starting on point for anyone. However, just because it's a jumping on point doesn't mean that it answers the question. You still need to know who you're going to like. You're still going to need to know what you're going to like. So, I'm going to try to provide you guys with an answer that will hopefully help you out. Now, mind you, this answer may not provide everyone with a solution to their problem. In addition to that, I'm sure there's different approaches out there that will serve better for you guys than what I will provide you. This is just what I think will work out for new readers and for people that want to get back into comics. Now, I'm going to give you guys 3 approaches. 3 different ways to come at new comics and to get back into them or to just get in them in general. These will apply to both people that are new to comics or want to get into them, so it's kind of universal in that sense. That said, let's jump on to these 3 approaches. Approach number 1, if you want to get into comic books and you don't know where to go. What would you do? Pick up the Justice League comic. You're probably wondering, Justice League, why? Well, the Justice League comic is a big team-up comic, which usually, not always, but usually consists of the big names in the DC universe. Usually has the big 7. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter. And with the exception of Martian Manhunter, all those characters are well-known characters in the comic book community and to people that aren't in the comic book community. In addition to that, many characters come in and out of the team that are big names in the DC universe. Even some smaller names join the team from time to time. So if you're unsure on exactly where to go or where to start or who to read in comic books, you can pick up the Justice League comic and kind of dip and dab. Take a little taste of each character. It's like a poo-poo platter of superheroes. You can read a character in the Justice League along with several other characters, and once you start to like a character, you can pick up their own individual series. So say you start reading the Justice League and you go about 3 or 4 issues in, and you find out that you really like Aquaman. You find him to be fascinating and you think his powers are really cool. From that point on, you can go and pick up Aquaman's comic and enjoy him individually there. You can continue with Justice League or you can drop the comic on the whole. But at least with taking in Justice League, you get a little bit of everyone. You really see what you like and what you don't like. It really is like a buffet of superheroes. And like I said, the team consistently rotates. So that means more and more superheroes may join and leave. And what's great about the team is with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 members, all the members have their own individual comics. When the Justice League gets relaunched, from what we know right now, out of the 7 members, 6 of them are going to be in their own individual comics. So, that gives you a great variety and great options for exactly what you could read. So that's option 1. Start with the Justice League. What's option 2? Pick from one of the 3 DC superhero families and go from there. DC superhero families? What are you talking about? Well, see, in the DC Comics, there's a lot of different terms. For example, the Holy Trinity, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. But when you think of DC Comics as an actual brand, I don't like to think of it in Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I like to think of it as the families. Batman family, Superman family, and the Green Lantern family. Now, there's many different families in comic books, but per the relaunch coming up, Out of all the comic book characters, Superman, Batman, and Green Lanterns are the ones with the most titles. So what you can do from there, if you already have a general sense on what character you like, you can start reading that particular family. This is something for someone that already kind of knows a general sense on where they want to go, but they're still unsure on what to pick up. So, say you like Batman, you like his idea of him, you like the detective, you like the superhero without powers, and you really want to divulge into Batman, but you're really not sure if you're 100% for him. You can look at the Batman family and divulge into exactly what you would like. So say if Batman's a little too dark and grim for you, you can pick up Nightwing. Say if you want to go for something a little bit sexy and dangerous, you can go into Catwoman, or you can go into Red Hood and the Outlaws. Say you want a younger, more youthful approach, you can go into someone like Red Robin on Teen Titans. With a particular family, you get a lot of diversity. Just take a look at these families. In the Batman family, you have Batman, and all the titles with him, Detective, Dark Knight, Batman, and Robin. You have Nightwing, you have Catwoman, you have Batwoman, you have Batgirl, you have Red Hood and the Outlaws, you have Teen Titans with Tim Drake, and then technically you have Birds of Prey, which is a Gotham-based team. All those provide pretty much the same elements and characters, powerless superheroes who are incredibly smart, who uses their brains and their skills more than anything else, but it's all different. With Batman, you get the grim, dark detective who is a tragic hero, a vigilante. With Dick Grayson, you get a more lighted heart version of him. With Catwoman, you get a sexy, femme fatale, dangerous woman. With Red Hood, you get more of a Punisher version of Batman, who is willing to kill and who is really a dark vigilante. You get some youthfulness and peppiness with Tim Drake, and you can even say Barbara Gordon as Batgirl, depending on how it's approached. And you get a unique, different, darker version with Batwoman. There's a little bit of everything for everyone there. If you look at the Superman family, which mind you is a little bit smaller, you have Superman, Supergirl, and Superboy. If you want the traditional superhero that's all strong and tough and for justice, truth in the American way, I know I switch it around, it should be truth, justice in the American way, go for Superman. He's your typical standard superhero who has great superpowers. Say you want to have Superman superpowers, but you want to have a different approach, maybe an outsider looking in. Go with Supergirl. Maybe you want an insider looking out. Go for Superboy. Green Lantern family. If you want a traditional Green Lantern and you really like his powers, the ability to create objects, go for Hal Jordan. You want a little bit more of a down-to-earth approach, you want someone that has a more youthful approach, you might want to go with Kyle Rayner and the New Guardians. You want more badasses and more of a team-up kind of Green Lantern thing? Green Lantern Corps has John Stewart and Guy Gardner. And if you want to go a little dangerous, the Red Lantern Corps may be somewhere you want to go. If you pick a specific family with superpowers that you enjoy, you have a lot of variety on those superpowers. Sometimes people are attracted to superpowers more than they are with particular characters. So this is a different approach you can take. Mind you, it's a little bit more risky and it's a little bit more further down the line when you actually like a specific character, but it's still an approach you can go at. What's the final approach? Well, it's kind of a two-part approach. Part one, pick someone that looks good to you. You never know exactly if you're going to like a comic book or a comic book character until you actually pick it up and read it. But why go for something that you don't really like? I could suggest the hell out of Batman. But if you don't like Batman, don't pick him up. I can suggest the hell out of Superman. But if you don't like Superman, don't pick him up. However, if you're looking at the 52 comics coming out and you see that the Demon Knights look like a badass comic, pick it up. If something looks good, pick it up. First impressions are often the most important, and by getting a first impression on a comic book character, you will instantly know if you like the character or you don't. There will be times when characters will surprise you that you may not like at first, but generally, a character's look, its feel, its powers, its general taste are great ways to know if you like the character. So a lot of people that will look at a character, say, The Flash, and they will instantly love the character. They like the sleek design of the costume, they like the concept of the powers, the character on a whole fits them, and they will read the comic and they will enjoy it. So, pick up a character that you like. Now, after you've figured out what character you like, something I do recommend, and this is part 2 to the third approach, is pick up a character that, at random. something that you don't know if you'll like, because, well, it's a great way to broaden your horizon. I literally list and rank my favorite superheroes of all time. And do you know within the top 10, half the superheroes I hated? Do you know my second favorite superhero is Wonder Woman? She is. I love Wonder Woman to death. But when I first started reading comics, I hated her. I don't know why. I just didn't like her. Same goes for Superman, Aquaman, and Hawkman. I didn't like those characters at all. But when I gave them a chance, I found out that they were awesome. I fell in love with them. So sometimes once you establish yourself with a comic that you love, take a risk on something that you may not know if you like or not. Because you never know, because something good can come from it. Something bad. If you pick up one issue of Aquaman and you don't like it, only one issue down the drain. It's not like he spent a fortune on it. But that one issue, that taking that one risk, can prove, well, an enjoyable experience. You can find out a new character that you love. So, those are 3 different approaches you can take. Approach number 1, pick up the Justice League and sample all different kinds of superheroes. Approach number 2, pick from one of the big DC families that are going to be out. Green Lantern, Batman, Superman. And figure out exactly what you like from those particular ones. Approach number 3, just pick up something that looks good to you. And after you do that, pick up something that you're unsure of. Because really, first impressions are the best impressions. It's where you know if you like something or not. I hope this is helpful for you guys. And if you have any comments or feedback, please leave it. If you have any questions, please, I'm willing to answer them at all times. Lastly, is if you guys have some good approaches, video responders, leave comments. Why do I do this channel? To help out my fellow comic book fans. And if someone can give suggestions that is willing out to help out the comic book community, by all means, do so. One small note for anyone that's watching this is that I accidentally erased a lot of my messages in my inbox. I know, I'm an idiot. So if you sent me a message and I didn't respond to it, I'm sorry. Please resend it. Because, well, I'm just an idiot sometimes. But, like I said, I hope these help you guys out. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions, leave it. And feedback is always welcome. With that said, I'm going to end this video here. This is Andrew saying, peace out for now.